Topic today, we will discuss about how we can mastering any language without studying grammar. Learn through listening and speaking like a baby. Try to think about how the baby learns. They never learn grammar book, but when they are in age 4 years old, they be able to listen to their parent, they understand the meaning, and they can speak well. The method they are used, they just listen to their parent, and then they imitate everything they hear about their own language. So that's why we are, as a non-native speaker, we can also use the baby method. They learn their own language without studying grammar before. And the key is we not only learn English, but we live in it. You should to set up English as your life. You can imagine one day in your life without English. So that's why you still be able to mastering any language without studying grammar before, like you do in your own native language. And one of the or the weapon from language is the input. The great way to input is by listening and reading at the same time. You can do that by watching video. That is the weapon. The easy way or the great way to get a lot of input, to get a lot of experience to the language. By listening you can understand everything native speakers say, because in real conversation 90-100 you should listen to people. It's big problem for you if you don't know what they say, your conversation not be fluent. So by you wasting your time by listening grammar or you memorize process instead of wasting your time on listening, you will not effective waste your time in learning language because you focus on something not really important. So listening is, when I say listening is the basic of the language. Listening is the basic from any language. Before you mastering other stuff from the language like writing and reading or speaking, the most important thing you should to master is listening. You should to understand first what native speakers say. When you achieve that skill, you already understand everything people say, other skill become easier for you. You don't need to take a lot of effort to speak or to comprehend the grammar because you get a lot of exposure by listening. You already know how the language works. You already know how the pattern in that language is work. So waste 90% of your time to improving your listening skill, or you take effort how to understand people, especially native speaker. The common problem for language learner that they are shy to speak. Yes, they think about the grammar, they think about the lesson they have studied before. Because of that stuff, they don't dare to speak. They don't dare to speak, or maybe they insult by their fellow. They don't brave to speak because speak is one of the most important thing in learning language. In order to speak well, you should to speak a lot. So no matter how often you make a mistake, or maybe even you make the same mistake, you always make the same mistake, no problem, keep going. Train your tongue to be able to speak, train your tongue to have visual. You should train your tongue to use to the language. No problem if you making mistake sometimes. You can prepare or you can correct that mistake, your speaking mistakes, by listening, because you often listen to native speaker. You will aware when you speak, you make mistake, or you can record yourself and talking to yourself on camera, and you can review your grammar. You can use ChatGPT and other stuff like that. So don't forget to speak a lot, at least 10 minutes a day. Or if you don't have fellow, you can set up your camera and talking 10 minutes a day. That's really improve your speaking skills. Now, how about grammar? I don't say grammar is not important at all. Grammar is important, And grammar is made for the people that be able speak English, for the people that already get a lot of exposure from the language. That is grammar made. If you get a lot of exposure and you do listening and speaking all the time, you will pick up the grammar intuitively. When the beginner speak, you have you have you will aware they make grammar error. So you aware about it, because when people make mistake, you will aware that look weird. If you make mistake, like look weird, that is how we learn grammar. We learn grammar intuitively, by instinct. We know about the grammar error instinctively. So to many people, to many great English teacher or YouTuber say about this, you still can mastering any language without studying grammar. So that is true, guys. So instead you waste your time to studying grammar, waste your time in listening how to understand people, especially native speaker, and a lot of speak. You should lot of speak off camera with tutor, your fellow. See you in the next video.